iPhone 8 rear camera replacement guide. For this replacement, we're going to need a Y-tip 00 or 000 screwdriver, a basic Phillips head 00 or 000 screwdriver, a Pentalobe proprietary screwdriver, a set of tweezers, a plastic prying tool for prying connections apart, a suction cup for prying the screen apart, as well as a triangular plastic tool and also a metallic tool to pry the screen apart. Go ahead and power down the phone if you haven't powered it down yet. Make sure it's completely off. Now near the charging port, locate the two Pentalobe screws and use the Pentalobe screwdriver to remove the two screws. If the screen is badly damaged, use a piece of packing tape to create a nice and smooth surface for the suction cup to get suction. Without the smooth surface, the suction cup won't be able to get grip and it won't work as intended. Place the suction cup as close as you can to the home button. Now go ahead and pick up the phone and pinch it from both sides with your fingers and tug on the suction cup as you see here. Now take the metallic prying tool or any sharp tool, you could use a utility knife if you had to, and just sneak it in right below the home button. Make sure to go really gently and slightly in, and then tilt it left to right to get the separation going. The screen is glued in around the edge with waterproof tape. Use the plastic pick to separate the screen once you got the crack going, because you don't want to scratch up the phone frame with the metallic tool. Now run down the pick on both sides. Something to note, make sure not to go too deeply in, because on the right side of the phone there are two cable connections that are extremely fragile. If you go too deep in, you can damage them. Once both sides are separated, go ahead and tilt the screen left to right to loosen up the top just a little bit. Now what you want to do is you want to take the plastic pick and try to separate the top portion. If that doesn't work out, go ahead and use the sharper one. Be careful, you can scratch up the frame here, so go really slow. Use the sharp metallic tool to make the separation up top and separate the tape. Now go ahead and just crack it open and it should fold out just like a book. We'll need to expose the camera and its connections first. Go ahead and remove the 3 Phillips head screws that are guarding the camera connection bracket. With those 2 screws removed, go ahead and lift up and move the bracket out of the way. Now with a flat head screwdriver bit, remove the top left screw as you see here for the camera. This is a standoff screw. It's kind of difficult to get out. Now moving on, go ahead and remove the Phillips head screw on the right side. Sometimes it won't come out. Just unscrew it about 4 or 5 turns and leave it in place, and use the tweezers to pull the bracket up. Now that both of the screws are undone, you can just lift it up and put it out of the way. Now with a plastic prying tool, go ahead and pry underneath and disconnect and pop out the ribbon cable for the camera. Then grab the ribbon cable and very gently, slowly pull out the camera. Here's what it looks like up close. Reassembly. Reinstalling a camera is very easy. Just place it into its socket. Make sure it's nice and firm. It should feel like it doesn't move at all. Then go ahead and click its ribbon cable into the connection slot. Make sure it's nice and firm. Go ahead and place the bracket over. Secure the Phillips head screw on the right side of the bracket. Now go ahead and secure the standoff screw on the left side of the bracket. You can just use tweezers to insert it into that socket there. And then the flathead screwdriver or bit to secure it. Now we can go ahead and place the shield bracket back over all the connections and secure it with the 3 Phillips head screws. One on the top, one on the left, and one on the right. And that's it. Clamping it up is very easy. Just close it up like a book and then apply pressure on both sides simultaneously, and just keep going around and pushing it in ever slightly, and it should start clicking right in. Then go around the contour, clicking in and mashing in the rest of the gap. So just go around a couple of times, make sure it's nice and firm. And now it's time to place back the 2 pentalobe screws near the charging port. Go ahead and load the screws in to their sockets. Then with the screws loaded, go ahead and secure them with the pentalobe screwdriver. And that's it. Now we can go ahead and power on and test the phone. Alright, that comes on. Great. If this guide helped you, please hit like and subscribe, and check out more awesome videos at appledollars.com.